Hello and welcome to Daily Photography. Today we have this box to open, and if you've been watching quite a lot of my videos recently, they've nearly always been full of pops, but this one isn't. It still came from the Hut Group, and it still came from I Want One of Those, Savvy and that lot. So I haven't opened it. It's still totally sealed. So I'll open the box and then we'll have a talk about not having all your eggs in one basket. And you'll be asking, what the hell's that got to do with anything? Well, the thing comes is that it's best not to just buy pops. It's best not to put all your money into just one single item. If you're going to collect things which you like, or collect things that you can see have some value from the price that you've physically paid for it to buy it. Now, this is one of those items. On all the places where I've looked this up, this goes for a lot more than what I paid for it. And I have more of those lovely bits of paper that are only fit for burning. So we have a tiny amount of this stuff. Because this item comes in a better box than a Funko box. The item fits completely into the box. This is a collected item and it will be put somewhere nice and safe. I will probably not take it out of its box, although I might take it out of its box to have a look at it right now and show you. But this was something that came in special offer, so therefore I'm looking at the price and going, that looks pretty good. So I've looked it up on eBay, and if I'm done it right, I'd show you that. So this goes for quite a high price. It also turns up on Amazon, and that's a high price as well. Now, I picked this up. As you see, the box has pictures on all sides. It has the Bat album on that, and there's nothing on the bottom. Now, as you take it, I haven't opened it, so I haven't seen what it looks like, and all I've seen is the pictures, so I've not seen it in real life. But it comes in poly stuff, that's why it's much more protected than a Funko is. And it has tape all the way around its connections. I don't want to cut deep with the knife because I don't want to scratch the item itself. So I'm just trying to cut just below the surface, so I'm has a little wiggly bit. Okay. Now I don't know which side is which. I don't know if that's back and that's front or what. So, this is the first time I've seen it. It comes with a very heavy stand, and this is limited to 5,200. and it's numbered on the bottom. I don't want to show you my number, but it is limited to 5,200. So we'll put space back in there because I'm not going to put it on space. But it comes in its little plastic bag. And the cape is made of fabric. So that's my hand, so you can see its height difference. And it has shiny little arm bits. Well, I should take it that this comes at quite a high price everywhere else, but at the minute it is being sold at a much cheaper price. I don't know if I can give you a closer look and get the camera to focus. But it does have some weight to it. And of course, he has his little bat thing in his hand. So, as we say, we don't always want to go for the single item. We do not want to spend all our money into one type of item. The thing comes is that, in most cases, if you just buy a single thing, the price of the single thing will and possibly could go down. So what we need to do is we need to maintain variety in what we get. Now, as hopefully I've shown you, this item isn't cheap everywhere else. So technically speaking, I could wait a short length of time until they sell out of this, and then I could put this up onto eBay and sell it for the big prices that it's shown up on all of them. Because all I've done is have a check on it. I have a box that I can sell it in and post it to in. Just carefully put it back in this box. But as you see, we're not always restricted, and we should never be restricted to a single item. So that's why I got this, because it was just a good price. It's a collectible, limited item, and the limit isn't a very big number. Okay, as I was saying, silly kids. You don't want to constantly buy exactly the same thing. It could be just due to the size of it. You can't look after things which are really large and keep them to a good standard. And you need to have them in a good standard to get a good price for them. So we mix in a larger item with smaller item and even smaller item. Now, what else have we got? I have this second box. Box 2. Just a plain box, no writing on it whatsoever. I have opened it to save time, and inside it is full of white paper. So, what's in this cardboard box? As I said, lots of paper, and you probably won't be surprised, but this actually does contain a few pops. It actually contains 3. This one, this one, and this one. But it has something else in, which is in here. And as you can see, this is where I bought these things from. Now, the strange thing comes is that when I buy these things, they say the postage is like £1. When you get to the paying screen, I bought five items, and it was £5.50. But I tried to order just 2 items, and it was still £5.50. So I can't work out how the pound comes into anything. But as you can tell, this isn't a pop. But this is part of the diversification. There's a nice long word for you. Okay, so how will we start? I've actually checked all of these pops. And they're all in great condition. Only that, but I've put them all into their little plastic protectors. So as soon as I finish this video, they can go upon the shelf. Now, I will put up at the bottom how much they are worth via Amazon and Stash or TPD, because Stash is so unreliable. Right, so this one is Will. It's number 10. And most of these don't have massive value right now on any of them platforms, but the thing comes is that it's actually physically finding them for the price that is what the platform says they're worth. That's the hard part. So the second one is Guillotine. Right, so that is the second one. And lastly, we have this one. Now, as you can take it, I didn't pick these for any other reason other than they were going for £2.99 each. You'll have seen, hopefully, I've put them across the bottom, how much they are valued at, and that they aren't valued at the £2.99. You also have to take into account that I paid postage on each of the items, so they have to divide the £5.10, because I have actually 5 items, there's 2 in this one, and if we divide the postage by 5, it's £1.10 on top of that for each of those. So what's in the extra little? What could possibly be in here? Well, in here is something small, doesn't take up much room, but will more likely have a much higher value in the future than what I paid for it, or should I say what I paid for them. As I said, in total there's 5 items. We have 3 pops, and we have 3 of these, 2 of these. So, as you can see, signature there, signature there. They're in their little plastic envelopes, and they have white card on the back. So this will just be put away. I won't be taking it out of the plastic. I won't be reading it. All I want it for is the signatures. Oh, don't forget, when you get signatures, it's normally down because it's either the writer, the person who did the pictures for it. And this is the second one. With a signature and black pen there. And a signature there. So, these two are both signed. They were really quite cheap. I can't remember how much I paid for them now, but if I find what they were, I'll put that down below. But once again, something different. Signed autographs may not do well right now, or may not do well being sold in the United Kingdom, but these may sell better in the US or somewhere else. So I'll actually put that over there. So as you see, we have 3 different items. We have the pops, the large statue, which was only bought due to its price, and the signed comics. More than one item, more than one type of person that would be interested in each of these items. You can sell the comics because they're signed to people who collect signatures, or people who just like the comic. So a bigger market of people, so therefore you have more chance of making a profit on it. But as I said, the statue, I paid a low price for it, and once they are sold out from where I got it, the price is then the next cheapest price that you can get. So therefore I could sell it and technically flip it and make a profit straight away. But I'll probably keep it for a while. I am not the type of person to get stuff and get rid of it as soon as I've got it. I keep lots of things. So that is what we've looked at today. We'll get these pops up onto the shelf to join the rest of the family, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.